Merry Christmas, everyone! Welcome to a new Let's Play of a Sierra Online game on an Apple IIe emulator. This is AppleWin, and it is the Gelfling Adventure. This is a Patreon reward for Kiji-kun. She requested that I play through this game. It's fairly short, and this is the last adventure game that Sierra made before King's Quest 1. Was released, so it's it features some back end systems that were incorporated into King's Quest. The interpreter, I think it's called a pre-AGI because it had some of those some of the innovations that made that a successful engine. Incorporated, but this is actually like I said, a simplified version of the Dark Crystal, which they released, I think the year prior. I've never played either of them, but I did play another one of the games from this era, Troll's Tale. That one, there will be some similarities for those who take a look, watch this and go back and check out my Let's Play together with Zerfall of Troll's Tale. There are some distinct similarities in the styling of the game. But let's go ahead and press any key to continue and begin playing the Gelfling Adventure. Have you played this game before? I have not. When lines of text appear without a flashing square, press any key to continue. Press the space bar to move the square from this line to this line, or even all the way down here. Now press return to select your choice. Use the space bar and the return key. Learn how to read the lines again. Find out the names of your friends. Play the game. Gelfling Adventure, programming by Al Lowe Associates. So this was an Al Lowe game. I believe he was gonna try to auction off a copy of this a while back, along with some other things. He may have actually succeeded in auctioning this off, but he had the source code for some Leisure Suit Larry games, and Activision shut down his auctions for those. But yeah, he did have a very prominent copy of this game in the box, which was pretty impressive. But let's go ahead and get into the game. At some point. There we go. Jen, the last of the Gelflings, has lived in the valley with the wise old ones since long ago. Jen is playing the flute, so we can take a nap, we can keep playing the flute, or we can walk to the east. Well, let's keep playing the flute. Why not? Jen's music is beautiful. He plays songs that he learned from his teacher, Ursu, the wisest of the old ones. Well, let's go ahead and take a nap then. Before Jen can do anything, one of the old ones walks up to him. The old one stands before Jen, leaning on a walking stick. Jen wonders why the old one has come. Well, let's go ahead and go back to sleep. Jen falls asleep and dreams he must rush to the cave of Ursu, wisest of all old ones. When he awakes, he finds himself alone. But that's really rude. Let's not do that. Let's go ahead and restart. There is no saving in this. I think there might be a save state option in the emulator, but I haven't really looked through that much. Let's go ahead and say yes. Wait for it to load back up. Yeah, so having the graphics all draw in like that does... Oh, it hits me in the nostalgia. It hits me in the nostalgia. Like I said, I've not played this one, but I played the heck out of Troll's Tale. Do check out that Let's Play with Zerfall. There is a playlist on the channel. The videos are on his channel, but there is a playlist on mine. Let's go ahead and take a nap this time. Yeah, let's go ahead and say hello to the old one. "Greetings, Jen," says the Old One. "Your master Ursu is in need of you." Jen knows he must rush to Ursu's cave. Ask the Old One for a shortcut. We'll be nice and say goodbye to the Old One. Surely we know how to get there. Before Jen's eyes, the Old One disappears. The three suns are sinking in the south, and Jen knows that he must hurry. Alright, let's go ahead and see what we've got. We've got, Jen wonders which way to go. Head south toward the three suns, go north toward lower ground, go west along the valley floor. So you can actually just, like, wander around the in-game world. There's no requirement to really go right to the, right to Ursu. But we should probably do that. Let's go ahead and go west, young Gelfling. This is the western part of the Valley of the Stones. Jen has played here many times. There is no time to waste. Go south into the trees, go west through the valley, go north up the hill. Alright, so we want to go west through the valley. And this is basically a simplified version of the interface that Dark Crystal had. That was more of a standard text adventure game where you would type in the things that you want to do rather than having these options. I may play through the Dark Crystal at some point, just as a comparison. It is an old Sierra game, but we'll see about that in the future. At last, Jen has reached the door to the cave of Ursu, the Old One who raised him. Jen hopes he has gotten there in time. Run into the cave, go back to the east, take a little nap after that hike. Let's not be terrible. Since the game doesn't have a save feature, and I'd have to, like, dink around with the system to see if it does actually have a save state system, I think that it would probably be better not to try out the potential fail opportunities. Let's go ahead and run into the cave. Jen finds Ursu in the cave. Ursu is very old and sick. His voice is so quiet that Jen can hardly hear him. Ursu is trying to tell Jen something. Come closer to Ursu and listen. Or we could look into Ursu's bowl. Let's go ahead and look into Ursu's bowl. He seems to be motioning to it. As you look into the bowl, interesting that it's been third person for so long, and now it's in first person. As you look into the bowl, the shard disappears. "Find Aughra," says Ursu. "She has shard like that one. Use it to fix Dark Crystal." Ursu is growing weaker. Well, we should probably get help for Ursu. "Wait," Ursu says. "Too late to help me. Go now to Aughra, on mountain top. Beware Gartham and Skeksis." Then Ursu and the shard disappear. I feel like the shard disappeared first, though. Where has Ursu gone, Jen wonders. Call out Ursu's name. Leave the cave. Go straight to Aughra's dome. Well, I feel like that's probably not going to work for me, since I don't know the way to get there. Let's go ahead and leave the cave. Jen has many questions, but there is no one to answer them. All he knows is that he must find Aughra and the crystal shard. Ursu said the dome was on a mountain. Look around for a map. Go to the east. Go back into the cave. Well, we don't want to go into the cave. I guess we'll go east. Jen is in the Valley of Stones. He remembers that Ursu always said the stones had magic power. The three suns cast a strange light. Follow the shadows north, turn and go south, return to Ursu's cave. Well, the three suns are casting a strange light. Maybe we should follow the shadows. Let's go ahead and follow the shadows north. Jen has followed the shadows north. He has come to the top of a small wooded hill. The shadows point to a tree. Ask the tree for help. Look at the base of the tree or dig under the tree. Well, let's go ahead and dig under the tree. Jen digs with his bare hands and uncovers a shiny golden key. He puts it in his pocket. Must keep looking for Aughra's dome. Head north, walk east, go back down the hill. Well, let's go ahead and head north then. Keep going in the direction of the shadows. Jen is near the edge of a scary swamp. I better not get stuck in the mud, he thinks. Jen hears a distant croaking sound. Head north, veer off to the west. Go toward the croaking sound. Well, let's go to the west. Veer off to the west. Jen finds himself on a dry patch of land in the middle of the swamp. There are some shiny pebbles here. When Jen touches them, he hears thunder. Could this be magic, Jen wonders? Well, I could stop touching the pebbles, grab a handful of pebbles, or run from the thunder. Well, let's go ahead and run from the thunder. Jen is in the swamp. He can't tell which direction is which. Things are moving close by. Jen must find his way out of the swamp. Go toward the cry of the bird. Go toward the sound of a splash. Follow the animal that crawled by. Let's go towards the cry of the bird. The bird's cry has led Jen deeper into the swamp. Jen is lost and afraid. We can go towards the croaking sound, go where the wind sings a song, or keep following the bird. Well, let's go towards the croaking sound this time. Clearly the bird has led us astray. The swamp is cold and wet. Jen can't seem to find his way out of it. I'm sick of this mud, Jen moans. Go towards the tall grass. Stay out of the tall grass! Go where the water is bubbling, or scream for a while. Well, that's probably what I would do, but let's go towards the tall grass. Yippee! Jen is out of the swamp and on dry land. Jen is on a rocky hillside. Go downhill, walk along the ridge, climb over the hill. And under the hill? Let's go ahead and climb over the hill. Maybe we'll see the, let's see, reinsert the disc with the label side down, then press any key to continue. I think that means that I need to swap those. See if that works. There we go. Jen is at the top of the hill. Never before has he been so far from home. Also, I'll point out that the two disc images for this are like 140K each. Yeah, this is not a big game. I love how the videos for this are going to be massive in comparison. Could Aughra's dome be somewhere ahead? Go back down the hill, hurry north toward the mountains, travel to the east. Well, we probably want to hurry north towards the mountains. Let's go. Jen can see mountains to the north and east. To the southwest is the Valley of the Stones, and to the west is the swamp. Time is running out. Hurry north. Walk to the east. Travel to the west. Well, the mountains seem to be to the north, so let's go ahead and hurry north. Jen has wandered into a forest. There are plants here he has never seen before, and an animal in the upper left-hand corner that looks oddly like Kermit the Frog. Jen feels he's being watched. Walk past the tree. Turn right and head north. Turn left and head south. Let's go ahead and just walk past the tree. What's the worst that could happen, right? Jen is deeper in the forest. He sees no sign of either Aughra or her dome. Life was so simple before all this, Jen sighs. What should Jen do now? Keep walking forward, turn around and go back. Wait for a message. Well, let's go ahead and keep walking forward. I mean, seems pointless to wait for a message. There's no one to give us a message, and we don't want to go back. We were going towards mountains before. Alone and lost in the woods, Jen wishes there was another Gelfling in the world to keep him company. Jen is ready to cry. Jump down from the tree. Shout, "Is anyone there?" Look up at the 3 suns. Well, I thought the suns were setting. Let's go ahead and jump down from the tree, then. I don't know why we were up in the tree. Jen looks up and sees a bat flying in the sky. It is carrying a piece of crystal in its claws. Can I like sling at it or something like that? There are thick vines ahead. We can look at the bat, turn and head south, or we can walk between the vines. Let's go ahead and walk between the vines. As Jen tries to walk past the vines hanging down from the trees. They come to life and grab him. He looks down and sees an eye held by a hand. The vines are holding Jen tightly. Swing on the vines to get free. Bite the vines. Stay very still. Well, let's go ahead and stay very still. Let the eye look at us. An old woman with a wrinkled face stands in front of Jen, holding an eye in her hand. She orders the vines to let Jen go. "I am Aughra. What do you want?" Let's answer the question. Ask about the eye, or stay very quiet. Well, we should probably, answer the question. Tell her what we want. We've been trying to find her. "I need a crystal shard," Jen says. "A shard?" asks Aughra. "I have many. The question is, which is the right one?" Jen watches as Aughra walks away. Well, we want to go ahead and follow Aughra. There are 3 crystal shards there. Jen follows Aughra to a table in her dome. On it are 3 crystal shards. "One of these can heal the dark crystal," says Aughra. "Pick a shard, any shard," Aughra says. Choose a crystal shard. Ask Aughra's advice. Play the flute for a while. You forget the feeling that some of these are specifically designed to get you killed? Well, let's go ahead and choose a crystal shard. I love how slow it is to load some of these up. Jen's heart races. The future of his world depends on his choice. Which shard should Jen pick? So we could choose the orange shard. We could choose the blue shard. We could take the green shard. I'm inclined to take the green shard, but that's also not the correct one. Let's take the blue shard. Jen has learned from the Urus well. Music has helped him solve the riddle. Has it? Has it, though? I think maybe I was supposed to play the music, but... Jen hopes he has chosen wisely. Listen to Aughra. Leave Aughra's dome. Ask where the dark crystal is. Well, I mean, we know where the dark crystal is. It's down in King Giot's castle. Oh, you meant the other dark crystal, right. Well, I mean, that's in the sealed cave. Well, let's go ahead and leave Aughra's dome. We got the shards. Suddenly, Aughra screams, "Garthim!" Jen sees huge beetle-like monsters coming at him. They are breaking everything in the dome. Garthim are attacking. Jump out the window, try to save Aughra, fight the Garthim. Well, that seems like badness to fight them, and we're just one Gelfling. There's at least 2 Garthim there, and these things are really big. And we kind of have to save the world, Sorry, Aughra, jump out the window. Jen leaps out the window. He finds himself in a wooded hillside. Above him, Aughra's dome bursts into flames. My bad. Hopefully your insurance will cover it. Phew, says Jen. That was close. It was, certainly closer for Aughra than it was for you. Go back to rescue Aughra. Hide from the Garthim. Head down the hill. Let's go ahead and head down the hill then. Jen has reached the bottom of a wooded hill. Where can the dark crystal be, he wonders. I need help to find it. Jen sees a village to the west. We could go back to Aughra's Hill, or we could get a better look at the village. We're going to have to find out which is the proper way to go next time. Thank you all for watching the first episode of the Gelfling Adventure. We'll be back with more next time. See you then, everyone.